Hey, I'm gonna show you the post-processing I do on my photos, and I think probably more importantly, the settings on my camera that I use, which are really simple, and I will share that website because I think that changes everything. But I'm gonna go through the whole process. So first, I'm gonna pull up this website right here, Ken Rockwell, and he talks about for Nikon controls, which is what I use with the Z7. And you can scroll through this, but standard, saturation, and vivid, and it's the same photo. It's just different settings in camera. And what he uses down here, favorite settings. I'm not sure that I set this sharpening to 5. I'll have to look. But I definitely do the 4 things. Vivid is all the way up to +3, and he says psychedelic look, and I guess I that's how I like it. But I do the saturation all the way to +3 for my landscapes and objects and uh, different things like that. And then I don't do any studio work. And then for people, I instead of the saturation all the way up to 3, it's the +1. I probably did the sharpening to 5. I can take a look in just a second. But these two settings are really the biggest thing that I do. And uh, I'm pretty small on this screen. I'm going to go like this, be about there. So on the camera, we have the U1, U2, U3. My U1 is my 4 things, and it has that +3 saturation. And then my U2 I use for people. So if I'm gonna take some pictures of some landscapes, and then my parents are over there, I'll click it to the U2. Otherwise, their colors will be way off. They'll be super red and it'll look off. And in post processing, you could probably change that, but it's way too much work. So I just do it in the camera. Let me just do a quick look if I can even find where that is. Um, anyway, I use those basic settings. Definitely the saturation +3 for things, and the +1 for people. I'm not sure I do the sharpening at all. But I'm gonna make myself smaller here, and again, I'll do that website. But it's just Ken Rockwell picture controls. Up here in the corner, he says it's the D300, and I started using these when I was shooting the D90, and it's just the Nikon settings in general, and it's not particularly camera specific. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna click over to here. So these are some photos that I took straight from the camera, and I put them on my desktop. So we have the JPEG, and I do the JPEG in high, and then the RAW. So we have both of them. And most of the time, there are a whole bunch of selfies of me trying to get it right. But most of the time, I'll show exactly what I do. I'm gonna go view details, and then I go JPEG. And I have all these JPEGs. Go click on that top one, on the bottom one, Control C. I'm gonna go. I have a YouTube one right here. It's empty. I'm gonna go Control V. So we have all of these JPEGs. Then close it out, open up Lightroom. These are the photos that I had just edited. And then, oh, actually, importing these might take a little while. Let's do it. So these are just the JPEG files here, and let's just do a few of them. I took a picture of this funny cactus, so I'll take a look at that. I don't really love it. Delete. Colors aren't quite right there. Delete. Sun wasn't out. It's all shady. That one's pretty good, so I'll delete, delete, and I'll just get kind of a curated uh one just in whatever this is, just the Windows thing. Pretty good too. colors are pretty on right here. And I'll go through this pretty quickly. I'm not going to go through all of them. And that way I'll just drag in a few of them into Lightroom. Pretty good. I like these cactus ones down here. That one. So that one. That one. Go with the first one. Okay. So those are pretty good. See here, these are minor changes. That one. That one. Don't like that. Oh, this was the wall. That was kind of cool, but delete it. Delete it. Okay, so let's. You don't need to see any of the selfies ones. Well, we can pop one up. There you go. There I am. That's straight from the camera. I might. I'll edit that one. Sure. I'll go like that. There you go. We're paring down our selection here pretty quickly. If this was a real one, I'd take a little bit more time doing this, but get the idea. These look pretty good. I like that one. Me. Well, I'll delete the wall one. Okay. That won't take too long in Lightroom. Then I think, can I just click and drag these over here? I don't do this a ton. Oh, there you go. Okay, so let's click done. That do. I'm a pro. I'm a real pro at Lightroom. Where'd it go? Click add folder. Select. Oh, import. There we go. That was one button off. That shouldn't take too long, right? It's only 15 photos. Is that done? Okay, let's click over to develop. Oh, are the yeah, these are all in here. Okay. Let's get one that has a pretty good base like that. That looks pretty good right there. Like, oh yeah, that one's let's do this one. So here we are. This is straight from the camera. Good colors, good lighting. Let's just see what we do. So auto, I like that more. Pulls this out right here. Good. Do Control S to save that. I like this dehaze one a lot. Let's see if it helps. Again. Sometimes I'll just max them just what they do it. Probably pull it a little bit down, maybe there. This took my saturation down a little bit, which is fine. I don't need it up anymore. I think that looks good. Are there any specific colors in there? If I saw a little bit of red or something I wanted, I don't really see any. The mountains are kind of red, so if I did this, I really don't see a little bit. A little bit right here is getting changed. Benefit to change. That one's done. That's good. That looks good. Let's see. This one's pretty good too. Auto. Yeah. See, I like that auto. Look at what it does to the clouds and everything. Now I'll go and I'll see my highlights down, and I'll just change it just to see what it did exactly if I want to change anything specifically. And again, I like this dehaze one a lot. A little bit wild, and the clouds really all I'm looking at because that's all I see. I think right there's good. We did that one. one. None of my pictures of falls very cool because there's no water. Let's go with this one. Just because I want one of the actual fall. Oh, actually, this one's gonna be better. You can see a lot more. So let's do this one. Auto. Oh, that looks so much better. But it does the mountains up here. Auto save. Yeah, super bright sky, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I think it looks good. Um, oh, also, here's a note. Actually, this is a pretty big note. Um, should have put it at the top. Saturation up, yes. Also, on this day when I was shooting, and when I was shooting in San Francisco, um, I have a filter on there, and my filter is a polarizer. So it actually won't help that much in this photo because the polarizer really only works when the sun's right behind you, and the sun here was off to my left. So it was probably neutral and not doing a ton, but it can really get your sky to pop like this. So in San Francisco, when I was shooting the bridge, for instance, the sun was back into my left, which will help a little, for sure. But if you get too wide, anyway, I have a polarizer on here, so will help a little bit. But that one looks great. I like that. I like the colors there. It looks good. Again, I'll go to this dehaze one. I don't want it any brighter. This dehaze one would make that sky way too crazy for me. I like it. If I were doing some wild stuff, yeah, but it's way too bright for me. So I think this is a pretty good balance of naturally pretty burned out desert here. And yeah, these I think look pretty cool. So here's this cactus. Let's see, no sky. Not really any changes. On this one, this is a little bit more of a detailed shot. So haze takes our background down a little bit. I like that. Just bringing out the darkness. Yeah, I like that more. So I'm clicking up the dehaze, and then I'm clicking Control Z. Oh, you can see it right there. To undo it, just to snap back and forth a little bit quicker than dragging the scroll bar, which I don't. And then let's see. There's a little bit of red in here. Oh, just a little bit in these lines. Maybe a little bit here too. That looks pretty cool for a burned out cactus. I like it. Yeah, that looks good. So we have this one. Looks great. Good. Yeah, I like it. I took this one because of this mountain in the back, which is kind of small, but that looks pretty good. I just hit the auto. Looks pretty good. And actually, since we're messing around here for a second, let's see which one, Massacre Falls. Let's take a raw in and see if we get the same thing. Which one did I liked? Not that one. Let's do this one because I think it looks very good. So what number is this? Oh, 3271 JPEG. So let's go to our 71. Control C. Over to YouTube. Control V. And we have a raw in there. Library. I don't know how to get it in there. Well, this might be a little bit more just because I don't know how to use it. Update. Oh boy. Import. Can I just do one photo? There we go. Oh my gosh. What happened to my other one? Will it be in here? Okay, it'll be in here. Develop. Okay, so we have this one and this working, fine. Getting there. As you can see, I never work in the raw. Ever. But that thing. Right now, you're probably very frustrated, saying all he has to do is just click this one button and it'll be all set. But I don't know what that button is. It looks like it should be showing up. Anyway, that's my process. From here, I will export and to whatever. So San Francisco and whatever. So instead of this, I would just Massacre Falls. But yeah, that's what I do pretty quick. And then I would export them. See ya.